show me the code while you're at it. Hello, everyone. Kingslayerkoshy here.
Yeah, 246.
And go to 9001.
And we're back with hopefully the last session for Up Your Arsenal.
Yep. And well, before we do that, we just want to show a code for something. So when you're paused, press circle, square, up, down, left, left. Whoa!
Man, George Lucas is gonna sue somebody.
They went through some special training, all right. Anyways, yeah. So when you do that code, you get access to this double-edged blade saber, light sword. No, it's not lightsaber. It's too obvious.
Yeah.
But it's the same weapon that the ninja bots use.
Of course.
Yeah.
And it has a property that both ends hurt, so when you throw out the wrench, it can hurt.
So Ratchet became Darth Maul.
Basically.
God damn.
Let me just check to make sure I haven't missed anything.
Oh, didn't you say you wanted to do the backup file now?
I just did it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, you did it while we were...
Yeah.
I didn't see that. Okay.
Oh, I thought I saw a thing that had like a whole bunch of stuff of the game.
Okay, so I know I have to go back to Annihilation Nation at some point.
Alright.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
I'll go back to Starship Phoenix at the end because we do need
Phoenix!
Oh, we got the last master plan or whatever, so we gotta go to
Yeah,
Aridia.
So right now I'm going back to Aridia.
That also
Damn,
sounds
Triple
familiar,
Smash.
yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna try to get the list back up, so...
Mainly for the skill points. I'm pretty sure he knows where all the bolts are.
I'll get them up just in case if he's like missing like one or two of them, and I'll just run
Right.
the list.
Well, we know where the last one is Starship Phoenix. Ah, more battles.
Here's the Quackaway, by the way.
Oh, God. You turn people into ducks?
Yep.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
The quack array. Oh, right. Now we're getting the good shit. Turn them into ducks! Well, not cheap, but they'll do well enough. Heck, that's perfect. I can always use more ducks in my life.
That's great.
Skill points.
I just want to look at the cheats for this game, so there's anything else to look into.
From what I'm aware of, it's only this.
Oh! There is something interesting we can show back on the title screen.
Yeah, I think I know exactly what it is.
Hold all the shoulder buttons.
Yep. I kind of wish we did the first game so that it would...
One of the other Ratchet Clank games have that?
No, from what I'm aware of, this is the only one.
Okay.
It's kind of surprising that they actually went out of their way to show this series off because it's usually Jack and Daxter.
Well, this thing shows all the skill points too. That's nice.
Yep.
Dang, this list I found was really good. Oh, I see why you want to upgrade the Infector as well. It's max upgrade. Sounds vicious. Because apparently it'll make the end of the game really fast.
There's one skill point that you need for that.
Ah. Oh, okay. Now I see.
What?
Now I see. The rest of the passwords have to do with the VidComic games.
Yep.
That's what those are. There's a way to unlock some extra mini-games in that, too.
Okay.
Yeah, it's nice.
Alright, I also got the trophy collectible list.
Yeah.
Not the achievement trophies. Finally got one of those. Alright.
Okay, so we can't get that yet because for some reason it's
Alright, so where are you at currently?
Aridia.
He's just doing a bunch of the little battle missions.
Alright, Aridia.
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 Oh, I see. There's two. Okay.
Yeah, there's 2 skill points.
Use Refractor to kill 10 enemies.
Yeah.
And 2 seconds of air with the turbo slider?
You'll see.
Okay. Damn, this list I found is everything. IGN, why are wiki guides better than most of the things you do? Why?
Wow, literally we're looking at the same one.
Now mine's a little different. Actually, ours might be the same. Mine is codes.
No, I'm saying for the skill points.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, one of the cheats was something that Al showed us, the forfeit a 2-2.
We'll show that in, I guess, the last.
And there are 2 other codes to unlock 2 minigames and to unlock 2 other minigames in the VidComic thing.
Yeah. There's also 2 titanium bolts here.
I know where both of them are. We actually saw one of them underneath the bridge behind me, but can't grab it yet because for some reason.
You need the turbo slider, or you gotta wait?
We gotta wait because apparently this thing is too big that I can't grab the hitbox.
I don't believe you! I don't believe it, I mean! So many things to kill.
Hey. Stop ignoring me! Yes, pay no attention to the giant ship shooter.
Yeah, just ignore it.
Alright, no trophies to collect here.
Yeah, no trophies.
Yeah, we only have 3 more, I think, trophies.
If I'm correct, there should be 3.
Yeah, 'cause I think you had 6. Yeah, you had 5, and then we got Nefarious.
Nefarious on
Yeah,
so
the
we
last
got 6.
Yeah, the last 2 we won't be able to get because they can only be unlocked in challenge mode.
Yeah, the last 2 are
Well,
impossible.
there are 3 collectibles out in the open, which I think are the last 3 he wants to get. Because the other ones are just doing things.
Yes, but I'm saying like the very last 2 in the list, you
Right.
can only
Yeah.
get in challenge mode. So
Right.
just so,
So anyways.
people know.
Oh, that's the turbo slider.
Yep, it's a turbo slider. Let's do this now.
Ooh.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Oh god. Oh, there you go. Skill point. Dead. Well, that was easy.
Yeah. So now, get the refractor ready. It's kind of a pain in the ass because I want to level up the weapons, but I know I need this for.
So you gotta find a laser and then shoot them with it.
Yep.
Oh, where's the laser? Oh!
You gotta refract off these guys.
Ah. That is annoying. Okay, I can see that. So, if we want to go looking more lists, I thought of one on the ride over. Want to look up a list of music considered the worst?
Do I?
Oh, the suspense is killing me.
Let's see, let's start with albums. Let's see.
I mean, I would probably see if like there was like a worst of each year kind of list, but it's like that would be probably more difficult to find.
That's except for.
Wow, the very first one's extremely controversial.
Ooh.
Not as in like it was really bad, but people may hate this one. Well, for the reason it's on
For
here.
the
Well,
fact it's on here?
yep. Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band.
Ooh, I gotta hear this one.
Let me see. Voted the worst record ever made in 1998 Melody poll of pop stars, DJs, and journalists. Journalist John Robb, who described the album, the benchmark ranking did say 1967, the low water point of rock and roll.
Huh.
If I remember, this was really weird. If not the worst, it's certainly the most overrated album of all time. This?
Overrated, I could probably
Then
understand.
again, I think most of the Beatles stuff is overrated. But again, they set a benchmark for most rock to follow.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And this set a benchmark for, I guess, more the progressive genre than anything. 'Cause it was just weird.
I mean, it definitely didn't have as many good hits on that album, but there were still a couple good ones on it.
Yeah.
Like,
Mega Laser!
yeah, it's
Jesus!
Getting Better, like, that was one of the big hits off that album.
Yeah. Yeah, I know some people really like it's. To me, it's more like the beginning, like the progressive genre. Oh, that didn't really get popular until like the days of Yes and Rush.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
still, it was interesting, but definitely not what people were expecting from a rock band.
Yeah, so it was a little ahead of its time, which I can understand that being an issue.
It was, for some people, excruciating.
Alright.
People just thought it was experimental, but not anything actually good from it. People just thought it was too experimental, but not really
I
anything.
mean, I liked a couple of songs on that,
Yeah.
on that album, so...
Oh, that's why it did later. Okay.
Yeah, because Ratchet's and Fox can actually
That's
get that
right.
old.
See, that's a crazy one. Next is Philosophy of the World by the Shags.
Never heard of it.
The Shags sounds a little familiar to me. At the behest of a band member's father, Austin Wiggin.
Sounds very British.
Long after the band had
I promise you, we will get that to the Ratchet. That comes last. That is the last one we will get.
Just need 6 more bullets. Oh,
I
you
have
all
6
bullets.
bullets, but I'm gonna get the Buganoid first, and then afterwards
Okay.
we'll have.
You know, let's wait to have all the bullets first.
Yeah,
Okay. Makes sense.
we gotta make this right.
Let's see. This album
Yeah.
was released for,
Damn it.
the album was made for the father of one of the band members and released.
Okay, there we go.
There you go. Released more widely in 1980 after the father died.
Attack my minions.
And let's see. Without Chris Connolly wrote for Rolling Stone. Without exaggeration, Philosophy of the World may stand as the worst album ever recorded. Jesus. The worst rock album ever made.
Like, god damn.
Standards were different back then, mate.
I mean, I'm not saying there weren't, but it's just
An
like...
album that was called so bad that it was good. Wow, I didn't know there were music albums that really were like that.
I mean, it's the same thing with movies. Like, it's like, obviously we're probably panned at the time of their original release.
The music could be seen as a joke, but seen as a joke in a good way, something to laugh at.
Exactly.
Come on.
But I was more just like, goddamn, because it's like, the guy made the album as a dedication to his fucking father, who passed away, like,
a bit after it released.
Initial release, and it's just like they panned the shit out of it. Like, dude!
Well,
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm the type of person...
it didn't really start getting hate until 1980, when most people started to get it. They were like, oh god. Then again, most people got it 11 years after the album was initially made, so it was probably outdated too.
Oh, okay, so, I mean, in that sense, yeah, I could probably understand.
So people probably heard it was like, what the heck? Releasing now? That sounds weird.
Yeah.
Oh god. Other reviewers were kinder, with AllMusic giving the album 4.5 out of 5 stars. Blender placed it 100th on a 2007 list of the 100 greatest indie rock albums ever, and was cited as influential to other musicians such as Kurt Cobain, Frank Zappa, Kimya Dawson of the Moldy Peaches, and Deerhoof. Who the hell is Deerhoof? I only know the first two.
Well, yeah, Kurt Cobain, like, everyone, their goddamn grandmother knows.
Everyone knows Kurt Cobain. People know Frank Zappa, just know he was a weirdo. Kimya Dawson, I don't know who the Moldy Peaches are, but I vaguely heard of it.
I've vaguely heard of it. I've never heard any of their work.
Yeah. Ooh, this sounds like maybe a debut album. Lord Such and Heavy Friends from Screaming Lord Such from 1970.
Never heard of them.
These are just albums, by the way. We can go to songs later.
I was gonna say.
It was a super group led by Such, a pioneer of the horror rock genre. Horror rock? I guess that might have been like a prelude to like what some people refer to as like.
I mean,
I want to say death metal, maybe.
That might be it.
The closest I could say would probably fit in that genre, even if that qualifies as a genre, was Rob Zombie.
It even had Jimmy Page, Johnny Bonham, Jeff Beck, a keyboardist from Jimi Hendrix. Oh, Jimi Hendrix Experience's bass player. Wow, a lot of good musicians in it. Jeez.
Yeah.
A lot of good musicians do have their.
Yeah. Well, then again, you can have a lot of good things put together, but it's just like, if the product doesn't work well, then it just doesn't work.
That could have been one of these.
It could have been like one of those like too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing.
Yeah. Many of these players disowned the record when it was released. Oh god, even they didn't like it.
Yeah, because I mean, I'll get into more on that as my problem when you have like the too many cooks in the kitchen kind of philosophy, more so with Kingdom Hearts 2, and I'll get to that when we get to that.
Rolling Stone called Such absolutely terrible, and lamented that the collection of talented musicians on hand were made to sound like a foul parody of themselves. Sounds like they tried to incorporate their sound too hard and kind of made it sound stupid. Like yeah, you're saying they put
like the too many cooks in the kitchen kind of thing.
Another debut album, I guess.
Where it's like they had a lot of good ideas, but it's just like there's too many people in it that it just didn't mesh well.
I see. Attila. The only album by psychedelic rock duo Billy Joel and John Small. Oh god.
I wonder why that's the only one.
There have been many bad ideas in rock, but none match the colossal stupidity of Attila. Joel has described it as psychedelic bullshit. 70s. It was 1970, so I could understand it probably being a little strange.
Well, 70s was also like disco.
Psychedelic bullshit.
Well, no, psychedelic was more 60s.
Yeah, I do like that description. Yeah. Well, this was 1970, so it was before disco really became big. That was
well, that's because they were coming off the coattails of like Woodstock and all that shit.
Yeah, Bee Gees really popularized disco. They were like 72 or 73, I think.
Yeah, and even then, like disco, like they ended it like the last year of the 1970s.
Yeah.
Like literally, there literally is a day known as Death of Disco.
Yeah,
the only music genre that has a specific death day.
Well,
Because they televised that shit.
it was the it was one of the only music genres just considered a fad. Even big bands like Led Zeppelin tried to get in on the fad a little bit.
Yeah.
That's where some of their worst music comes
Like
from.
I said, that's like
still good though.
That's like the only music genre that's no longer a thing that actually was done on purpose.
So laser sword. How do you got this thing to wrench?
What the fuck? That thing's so useful.
Yeah. How do you wrench?
Does it make your wrench any stronger, or is it just a
Yes,
reskin?
it does.
Okay.
Because remember, it's double-sided.
Oh yeah.
So
but
both sides hit.
your upgraded wrench was kind of given to you in the second game. They made it optional in this game, but
Yeah,
oh
it's
boy,
a cheat code.
doesn't look nice. So what's next? Oh god, having fun with Elvis on stage by Elvis Presley, 1974.
Oh boy.
Was he? I thought he died before that.
He died like mid-70s.
Oh, okay, so it's the last one. It was a recording of an Elvis Presley concert that contained almost no actual music. Instead, consisted mainly of banter and jokes between numbers. Oh, God.
I think I know what this one. That's
Yeah, it doesn't make for a good music album.
Nope.
God. It was rated one of the worst rock and roll albums in 1991, but the worst rock and roll records of all time. Noting the lack of rock and roll on the album. To some, it's a music album, but it not really having music is a big problem.
That's... Yeah, I'm about to say, I'm like,
But that
do you
is-
not realize how much of a problem that is?
I mean, these days we have stuff like this come as like, sometimes that stand-up comedians do albums.
Yeah, like Jeff Foxworthy, I know.
Jeff Foxworthy has one, I know, does Jeff Foxworthy have one?
The reason I know Jeff Foxworthy has one is because that was my first introduction to him.
Ah.
Because it was at Christmas at one of my cousin's house when I was like very young.
Yeah, I know Brian Regan had one, and that's where his spelling bee joke came from. The album one, yeah.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a shame. Let's see. Metal Machine Music by Lou Reed. An album consisting entirely of guitar feedback loops.
Oh.
Oh dear.
That sounds
heavy on the
painful.
heavy on the guitar. Ooh.
I mean, I like guitar too, but...
But it's just like if you
Feedback loops like that? Ugh.
Ugh.
In 2005, Q Magazine recorded the album in a list of 10 terrible records by great artists, ranked number 4. I guess the guitar was just done so poorly in that one.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
like,
They mastered it very poorly.
this is coming from a guy that actually likes the electric guitar. It's my favorite instrument.
Yeah, I mean, I like real instruments as much as the next guy, but it's like I feel like there are some standards, like some limitations you can do with how
Yeah.
heavy you go on certain
Yeah.
ones.
Let's see. Soundtrack to Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. I forgot there was a movie.
Yeah, there was.
Doesn't sound like it was good. At all.
Oh, it was a glam rock and disco Beatles cover album. Ooh.
That
And the fact
sounds-
that it was off an experimental album like that, it makes that even weirder.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like the Beatles were like, because that's the thing when it came to like the 1960s and the 1970s. If a band was popular enough, like they also got like their own TV show, like this whole ordeal shit.
Yeah, I know how that
Yeah, well,
works.
Beatles were like the first like
Huge
Major
ones.
bands.
yeah, because they were young, they looked attractive to people, so it was something that people wanted to see a lot of.
Yeah. Well, with their TV show, it was a cartoon, so.
Oh yeah, that's right. Mostly had movies over the concerts, and then whatever that was.
Yeah.
I think I saw bits of that, and yeah, that movie did seem very weird.
Yeah.
And I almost forgot for a while, the Beatles also had a
Did it get?
had a parody movie similar to that of Spinal Tap,
Yeah.
called The Runnels or whatever.
Yeah.
Wasn't as good as Spinal Tap, but it was still interesting.
Yeah. Well, funny enough with the Beatles, like, and this is not directly from them, but it's just like because of people who were inspired by them. There was a band for like one hit, the Buggles. I don't know if you've heard of them.
I don't think I have.
You probably heard their only hit, "Video Killed the Radio Star."
Ah,
It was
okay.
It was originally a joke amongst the two members of that.
But it got released, or like, oh shit.
No, I'm saying like the naming of that.
Oh.
Was because it's like, oh, in the future, like the music's gonna be so copy and paste, like everything's gonna be. Like,
Oh.
That
So-
song wasn't too bad.
yeah. So
Yeah.
in a sense, it was ahead of its time.
Yeah, that song was actually alright. I remember hearing that.
Yeah, like the song is good, but it's just like I'm saying, like the naming of them.
It was a parody
It
game.
was supposed to be a parody of the Beatles.
Huh.
So it's like Beatles are bugs, so we just call ourselves the Buggles.
Sweet. Oh boy, 1982, Elvis's greatest shit. 1982.
God.
A posthumous bootleg compilation album consisting largely of outtakes and a selection of Elvis's movie soundtrack songs of the 1960s. Which was deliberately made to highlight the worst of his career. Wow, what a dick move.
It's like they knew.
Man, they just tried to find...
Just get like almost every... Like, I imagine like most of that's probably comprised from Blue Hawaii.
At least this tried to be bad. It intentionally looked for his worst work. So this is acceptable.
Yeah, but it's like, I imagine most of that's from
Well,
Blue Hawaii movie.
how high is that on the list?
That was 1982.
Out of...
Oh, there's a few more.
Yeah, but it's just like...
It doesn't have numbers. It's just listing.
Like I said, I'd imagine that's mostly from Blue Hawaii.
Yeah.
So that was like pretty bad.
So mission accomplished. You found the worst that Elvis has to offer.
Yeah, people called it one of the worst because, well, somebody looked for it.
Well, when you're looking for the worst.
I think Elvis is kind of overrated anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also kind of douchebag.
Oh, wow, very short description for this one. Thank You by Duran Duran in 1995. A cover album named the worst ever album by Q Magazine in March 2006. Yeah, I don't think that band should be doing covers, personally.
You just don't like that band, period.
Ooh, here we go, the stuff we start to know. Playing with Fire by Kevin Federline.
That person I've never heard of, actually.
Same here.
Federline?
Oh, Federline! Oh, that shit!
Kevin Federline, Britney
That
Spears
shithead.
guy.
That shithead.
Yes.
Oh, I still don't know.
I forgot he had a music career.
He was the boyfriend of Britney Spears in the mid-2000s.
Yeah. And the one who knocked
That
her
proves
off
just how much of a rock I've been under for years.
First
the...
week's...
He was also the one who knocked her up the first time.
Yeah, I remember hearing about the album, I was just like, I probably don't think it's going to be good. Now I know, yeah, it was awful.
I forgot he had a music career. That's how bad it was.
Well, he wrote the popular Britney Spears. He probably couldn't really do music
He was a
himself.
fucking backup dancer.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that's right. Britney Spears. Chinese Democracy by Guns N' Roses, 2008.
Ooh, lovely.
Long development cycle, had a lot of changing band members, and, well, Axl Rose.
Ah.
It went in development hell for 14 years and ended up being not that great.
Yeah. It's like, I honestly didn't know of Axl Rose's douchebaggery until, like, I remember the Did You Know gaming video they did on Guitar Hero. And they said that there was, like, a verbal agreement, supposedly, between Activision and Axl Rose, like, saying that they can use Welcome to the Jungle, but only if Slash was not in the game.
Wow.
For Guitar Hero, and obviously Activision chose, you know what, fuck you.
Yeah, fuck them. Oh, boy.
Like, that was his only condition.
Oh,
And, he
Behind
wanted,
the Space is the last
and because of that, he won.
titanium bolt.
Because Activision went behind his back on that, he went to sue, but because verbal agreements are only good for like 2 years to be grasped for lawsuits, he filed like...
Too late.
Exactly.
Aha.
And it was dismissed.
Right. Let's see. Well, I
Last
don't really
thing
need to go
here
into
is
that.
Under the Turrets.
Yeah.
Right. I don't really need to go into that album because I know it's not that good. I heard bits and pieces of it. Like, 2 songs are okay, the rest of them are awful.
What?
Like, most of them tried to be like the ballads he did. Warpad.
That's our next gadget.
And what, was sold the Guns N' Roses thing, or...?
Yeah, Chinese Democracy, yeah.
It's called a Warpad. Great for running away. Yeah.
What, can you, like, go back to your ship with that?
It sounds cool on paper.
It's not that great?
It's not that great of a gadget. You do need it, though, but...
Okay.
It's only used in one planet, so it's kind of a throwaway.